Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how I cut the front of my lace front wig on a styrofoam head as opposed to my head itself. And I'm gonna do this by making a stencil of my hairline. Before I start, I just want to show you my braiding pattern. I know it's old, I need to take it down, but that's how I braid my hair. Line in the middle and cornrows going back. So I'm gonna use a plastic cap. I got this from Sally Beauty, and I'm going to use that together with tape. Just any normal clear tape will work. So I'm going to wrap the tape around the plastic cap. And when purchasing this cap, you have to make sure that you get the one that is transparent. There is another kind that is kind of whitish. You shouldn't get that one because you will not be able to see your hairline. You need it to be as transparent as possible because you will have to locate your hairline by looking through it. So go ahead and wrap your entire head with that tape to secure everything in place. This method is also used by some wig makers to customize wigs for clients when they want to make it to their precise hairlines. Like they want to follow every single contour that features on your hairline. They would ask you, the clients, to do this and send it to them in the mail. I've actually seen wig makers who do this and they charge a lot. Next thing we're gonna need is a Sharpie. So we're going to use that to mark a center line right in the middle. Follow like the middle of your nose to locate that. And then we're going to put a mark where the sideburn starts. And you're just going to outline or trace your hairline. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle a mirror and the camera and visibility and all that stuff. So just use the Sharpie to mark out your hairline, preferably a little bit in front of the baby hairs, but follow your hairline very precisely. I do not know why the side of my hairline looks different from the other one, but well, it is what it is. So are both sides of your hairline the same? I don't know. Check and let me know. So we have had that all outlined, and next we're gonna need a pair of scissors. So we're gonna trim that off and we're gonna cut it out following the exact markings that we made. So that is what it looks like. So just take it off and we have this exact mole of your head, pretty much. That is my exact hairline. So I'm gonna cut it following every indent, every contour. I'm just gonna take my time and do it slowly and precisely. I was watching this celebrity wig maker on Facebook Live and he was showing us his studio, and he had the hairlines of all these celebrities in his studio. He had Vanessa Williams' hairline in his studio because he makes wigs for their acting roles and stage performances. And that's where I actually learned how to do this. I was like, well, why not? So I don't have to cut my lace on my head itself because sometimes I have braids, sometimes I have a sew in and I can't really do that. And sometimes, you know what, I just really don't want to be bothered. Yeah, I found this method to be way easier, way more convenient. Make sure you use a scissors that's really sharp. And there we go. I think I'm all done. So now it's time to transfer it to the styrofoam head. You're gonna place that line exactly where it should be, which is right in the middle of the nose, and place the stencil a little bit back. Don't let it sit right above the nose. Place it how the wig is gonna be placed on your head, around the same area on the forehead where you're gonna place your wig. And you're gonna use the same Sharpie to repeat that same line in the middle. This is just to get a balance orientation. And you're going to trace all those indentations, all those contours, all those innies and outies that you made. You're pretty much going to transfer your hairline to this styrofoam head, just like that. If you're doing this to send to a wig maker, all you have to send to them is that thingy I just threw on the floor. The plastic part, you don't have to transfer it to a styrofoam head. So if you're doing it for a wig maker to make you a wig to your precise hairline, just send them that. But for my purpose, I'm transferring it to the styrofoam head, and this is the wig I want to carve out. It's carving, right? Yeah, I'm kind of carving it. So we're gonna locate the middle, just fold it in two, and that is the midpoint. Oh, I tinted the lace to match my skin tone. You see how well that matches? Just wanted to brag a little. So we're gonna find the midpoint, and we're going to match that midpoint with the midpoint we made. Damn, my voice. With the same midpoint we made on that styrofoam head, and we're gonna pin everything down. And you're gonna pull the wig a little bit forward so that just a few of the baby hairs maybe lay ahead of that line. And we're gonna use, this is an eyebrow shaver, we're gonna use that to trim it because we are not looking for a clean cut. No one's hairline is a perfectly straight line. So if you use maybe a pair of scissors, the cut may be too clean and it may look fake. So we're gonna use the eyebrow trimmer so that we can get like a rough edge. And when the edge is rough, it looks really natural because you can see like a clear line, a sharp line of demarcation between where the wig ends and your skin starts. So just follow all those contours, and there you have it. I like to do this after I have already plucked my wig, and this is usually like the final stage. So I get everything done, the plucking, bleaching of knots, and all that stuff before I get to this part. So I'm gonna try it on and have you guys see what a replica of my hairline looks like. So for the sideburns, they're just easier to cut while you're wearing the wig on your head. As for the rest of the frontal, for me, it is just easier to do it on that styrofoam head because sometimes that eyebrow shaver is so sharp and it can cut your skin. It was just too much work. I didn't want to be bothered. So that's why I devised this method to use for cutting my lace. And the wigs I make are glueless. Right now, there's nothing holding it down except an elastic band, but I'm gonna hold it down further by using some gel to lay the baby hairs.